Hi everybody, you are welcome to today's lesson also, and today we are going to be learning something very special called iframes. Iframes. So iframes are used to actually display a web page inside another web page. So if you want to call another web page into your web page, use iframes. That's what iframes are used for. Yeah, don't worry, we'll go into it very soon and you see how it looks like. I also use this opportunity to teach you some few things. So just stay focused. Some new stuff will be coming in whilst we are learning. Just take note of them. All right, so to do that, or for us to begin, I would like us to look at what iframes actually are. So I'm going to create a new folder inside my more practicals. Yeah, I'm going to create a new folder there. Sure, then I'll call this iframe, or let me just say new page dot html. Okay, okay, all right. So let me just close this one and delete this. I want to teach you something very significant before we get there. All right, so I'm just taking it off. So we were able to work on let's assume this kfc.html. I want us to work with it and put an iframe in there. This kfc.html. So I want to close this. Now, when I run kfc.html, let's see what comes. So I'll copy the link, then I'll paste it here. Okay, so when it runs perfectly for us, this is what we have, kfc.html. So if we want to open another page inside this very page, probably the calendar we designed, I wanted it to also open in this page. Then it means that I have to get an iframe and put inside this page. Then I'll call my calendar into it. How do we do that? So let's look into it. So for instance, I want to, under the enjoy the best chicken and chips, I want to put my iframe there. So I can come here, then I give a space, and I say iframe. Okay, so now this is what happens. We have iframe. It also has what we call the source, which means that where or what page or what web page do you want to pull into this very web page? Okay, where is the source of the web page you want to pull into this very web page? So I have to now come here and look for the web page I want to pull in, calendar.html. That's what I want to pull into this web page. So I'll come here, then I'll type it here, calendar.html. So that's it we have over there. It also have some few attributes. Okay, so we'll look at the attributes. We have frame border, and right now it's set to 0, so you can set it to 1. Okay, let it remain as 0, and let me see for us to see how it looks like. Okay, so you can see I called it in here. Okay, I called it in here. If I take it off, that's an iframe. If I take it off right now and save, you realize that you see the space has been created for it, but there's nothing in there. I inserted an iframe, but a space has been created, there's nothing in there. So immediately I put in the calendar.html or any other web page. Okay, it could be your Facebook page you want to put in there. When I put it there and I refresh, you realize that the calendar.html comes, and I can scroll down, and look for all that is within that content. Okay, so I was talking about the frame border. I can set it to 1 because looking at it right now, there is no border. You can decide to bring a border. So if I set it to 1 and I save and refresh, boom, you realize that there's a border now. So you can now span the width of the border. Now there are other attributes of this iframe. You can give it a height and then a width. So let's assume I want to give this a height of let's say 200 px or pixels. When I save this, the length of, you see, the height increases a little bit. You get it? the height increases. Let me just send it to 300. Let's see how it will look like. So I save this and I refresh. You see it has increased a little bit. You can move it to 500 so that probably all the content will show. So I refresh so you can see that when I scroll down. Yeah, so that's it. You can increase the height, you can increase the width. The width expands. Okay, so that's how iframes work. So you could see that this is a web page, but I've called it into another web page. Okay, a web page that have been called into another web page. So in our next video, I'm going to help us to use iframes to create a simple how do you call it, navigation box. Okay, where you can use the iframe to navigate between web pages. So that's the next video we are going to be looking at. But currently, as it looks, we just called a page into this page using the iframe, and I believe we can all do this. It's so simple and very, very easy to do. Thank you very much. So I'll meet you in the next video from here.